All right, this is one of the pages in the packet that I'm going to post. So the directions are to simplify, write undefined for expressions that are undefined. So this first one is a 3 by 1 added to a 3 by 1. So add corresponding entries. -3 plus -5 is -8. -2 plus -1 is -3. 4 plus 3 is 7. Number 2, 2 by 2 minus a 2 by 2. So -6 minus a -3 is -3. 6 minus 4 is -10. -5 minus 6 is -1. -1 minus a -6 is +5. Number 3, you have a scalar multiplied by a 3 by 1. So you're going to multiply each entry by -5. -5 times -4 is 20. -5 times -1 is 5. -5 times -3 is 15. In number 4, you're going to subtract the corresponding entries. You have a 2 by 3 minus a 2 by 3. So you're going to end up with a 2 by 3. -1 minus 1 is -2. 4 minus 5 is -1. 4 minus 5 again, -1. 6 minus 4 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. 0 minus a -3 is +3. Number 5, you have a 4 by 1 added to a 3 by 1. So these dimensions are different, so you cannot add those two together. Number 6, you have a scalar. 3 multiplied by each entry. 3 times -3 is -9. 3 times -4 is -12. 3 times 5 is 15. Number 7, you have a 2 by 2 added to a 2 by 2. So you end up with a 2 by 2. -5 plus 6 is 1. -5 plus 6 is 5. -1 plus 4 is 3. 6 plus 2 is 8. Number 8, you have a 3 by 2 subtracted by a 3 by 2. So you're going to end up with a 3 by 2. -6 minus a -5 is -1. -2 minus a -1 is -1. -1 minus 5 is -6. 6 minus a -4 is 10. -2 minus a -4 is 2. 6 minus a -3 is 9. In number 9, you have a scalar. You're going to multiply each of the entries by 5. 5 times 0 is 5. 5 times, let me say that again. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times -4 is -20. 5 times 4 is +20. 5 times 2 is 10. Number 10, you have a scalar multiplied by a 3 by 1. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times -3 is -15. 5 times 6 is 30. In number 11, you have a scalar multiplied by 1 by 2. -3 times -4 is 12. -3 times -6 is 18. 12 scalar multiplied by 2 by 2. 4 times -5, -20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times -5 is -20. 4 times 1 is 4. Number 13, you cannot add together because you have a 2 by 2 added to 1 by 2. So those dimensions are different. You can't add those together. Number 14, you have a 1 by 2 subtracted a 1 by 1 by 2. So 5 minus 3 is 2. -4 minus a -1 is -3. Number 15, 2 by 2 added to a 2 by 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. -4 plus 0 is -4. 4 plus -2 is +2. -4 plus -3 is -7. In number 16, you have a 3 by 2, and you're trying to subtract a 1 by 2. Those dimensions don't match, so you cannot subtract. So you'll notice on this page here, I can only add and subtract matrices that have the same dimensions. So what just happened to my page here? All right, so let's go back here. There we go. I don't know what happened to my page there for a second. I may have deleted it or something. But so if you notice on this page, you can only add or subtract matrices with the same dimension. If you're multiplying by a scalar, then you multiply each entry by that scalar or that number. So number 5 you cannot do because the dimensions don't match. Number 13 cannot perform that operation. Those dimensions don't match. And 16 cannot do. You cannot subtract there because the dimensions don't match. But everything else on the page you can do the operation. It says the right undefined, but it's fine if you wrote cannot add or cannot subtract there. All right, I'm going to stop this video and then I'm going to do a video on multiplying matrices. This is just to supplement the counting material that they're going to post.